Ecuador held a historic plebiscite. Almost 60% of Ecuadorians voted in favor of stopping oil drilling in one of the most biodiverse areas of the planet, the Yasuni. We tell you more in the following report.
Fighting for the conservation of the Yasuni for 10 years. He is part of the Yasunidos collective. After overcoming several obstacles in the Ecuadorian institutional framework, they managed to get the Constitutional Court, a decade after the process began, to issue a ruling in favor of holding a plebiscite to consult the people on whether they agreed with keeping the oil in the ITT block of Yasuni in the ground indefinitely.
It is the first country in the world to take real and concrete action to mitigate the effects of climate change by leaving oil in the ground. I believe that this is going to have an impact on the whole planet and that many organizations and ordinary people everywhere are going to make this bypass that we have made to traditional politics to the current politicians by achieving this popular consultation and keeping the oil in the ground regardless of their political positions.
Popular consultations in which almost 60% of voters said that they agreed with stopping oil extraction in this area of the Ecuadorian Amazon, considered one of the most biodiverse on the planet.
Voting yes to the Yasuni means bidding on the care and defense of life, of nature, of the indigenous people, of the defenders of the jungle, of the land, of the water, of the moors, of the air. Today the desire of the Ecuadorian people of fair and more united country has triumphed.
The results come despite the fact that the government of Guillermo Lasso has threatened that the decision to leave oil in the ground could mean the elimination of the full subsidy.
They were trying to trick Ecuadorians into voting no, to try to cause fear, panic in the people, so that they would say no and believe it will bring us more violence, it will bring us more poverty, where we have been exploiting oil for 50 years and it has not brought us any benefits. This popular consultation only applies to one of the 50 blocks that exist in the country. It is not that oil exploitation is being stopped in the country, but only in the most biodiverse place in the world and also in the territory of isolated indigenous peoples where there should never have been oil exploitation.
55,000 crude barrels come out of the 43 ITT block every day, equivalent to almost 11% of the Ecuadorian's national oil production. This gave the state, according to the government, revenue of about $1.2 billion.
Today, once again, we see that Ecuador is the light in this world that offers us a different way of life in which we don't think of sacrificing territory and life in the name of progress.
The next step is to show the country that we can have a healthy economy without destroying our natural heritage, our modern nature.
Natural heritage will be protected thanks to the decision of the Ecuadorian people. It is estimated that in the Yasuni there are more than 2,000 species of tree and bushes, 204 species of mammal, 610 species of birds, more than 100 species of reptiles, 150 species of amphibians, and more than 250 species of fish. The interior of the Yasuni is also inhabited by uncontacted peoples such as the Taigeri, Taromaneni, and the Dawakeri. The government will have 1 year for a progressive and orderly withdrawal of the oil infrastructure installed in the heart of the Amazon.
Elena Rodríguez, teleSUR Ecuador.